All right, what's up, everybody? Crazy Canuck here. It's been a while since we've done a video on the channel, but this is a very special one, and I'm highlighting a new course, but it's not just any course. It is a course that I actually started about 3 years ago, back in the complete course construction series on YouTube that I started a long time ago, back on PGA Tour 2K21. I'll put a link to the playlist there if you're interested, but I didn't quite finish the course. I got about 16 holes in, and then I just wasn't feeling it anymore, and I just kind of abruptly ended it. And I was a little bit bummed that I did, and the file kind of disappeared a bit. One designer had it, Q had it for a bit, and then just recently, in these last couple weeks, I found out that Jickinwings, who's going to be joining me today, he actually has the file now, and he has done an outstanding job in remodeling this, and it is just now published. So we're going to give this a play and kind of talk our way through it. And I mean, Jickinwings Hobby is going to kind of lead the way here and tell us what he did to the course, because I played a little bit yesterday on stream, and it's outstanding. So Javi, welcome.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you.
I just
Super
appreciate.
excited to show it off.
I know. I appreciate you finishing this, and it looks outstanding. So I can't wait to
I appreciate it.
give this
Yeah,
a
thank
go.
you. Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna just play a kind of a stroke play around, and we'll see how this goes. All
Let's
right,
do it.
ready up, and we'll get her going here.
Oh, yep, got to do that first.
So, how did you come in contact with the file? How did that work?
So, funny enough, I think it was this past Dream Team. It was the last Dream Team. I was in, I think it was, oh, I forgot his name, Pithy. I was in Dan's team, and in that team was Q. And so Q and I started to talk a little bit, and then kind of went dormant after the dream team kind of settled down and finished. And then just I don't know what it was, but out of nowhere, I kept thinking about your YouTube series that you had on this course,
Mm-hmm.
and so and I knew Q had it because I remember that final episode when you said that you passed it on to Q.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wonder if Q still had it. And then I messaged him on Discord, and then he said, yeah, and just sent it over to me. And then I started working on it.
Awesome. And yeah, you went from it was you ripped through this in like a couple weeks, I think. You put in some solid work on this. So this first hole here is definitely kind of true to what I remember. I mean, I'm trying to remember things from many years ago, but I think I remember this old tee shot being kind of off to the right a little bit. But
Yeah.
what'd you do on this hole here?
So there was many different like placements of the tee shot at first. Like Q had it way to the left. Can't really describe where it was. It was like probably before, if you see the bridge, it was right before that. And I was trying to make do with it. Wasn't really working out for me. And then again, couldn't have created this course without the help of some of the other designers here. So
Yeah.
mainly Jake or Slightlysaucy. He helped me out a lot. So
Right.
he was the one that kind of advised me to kind of put the tee where it is right now, and
Mm-hmm.
I kept it ever since.
Awesome. Yeah, that's it. I remember building that hole out, and that was the hole that kind of sucked me in. Like, okay, I think this is gonna be a solid course. All
Oh,
right,
absolutely.
number two here. Now, again, trying to remember. I remember having some issues with this hole back when I was building. I think I came back to it. I think I had Ben try to help me with it a little bit. But what did you do to this hole here?
So here, there was just a lot of tinkering with the land movement a little bit.
Mhm.
Your original idea was still on the file when I first saw it. So some of the sloping on the green site is still kind of similar, but I thought it was a little bit too well, I mean, compared to 2K21, the sloping was a little bit more dramatic and more
Uh-huh.
penal.
Uh-huh.
So I decided to try and like calm it down a little bit more. And because it was a long four, I didn't want to try to overcomplicate it. But I still wanted to have some sort of like strategy involved off the tee and towards the green as well. So um, still wanted people to have a decent score. Didn't want it to be too tough of a hole to play.
Yeah, I remember this one
So
being nasty.
yeah, it definitely was.
Oh,
So I just tried to calm it down a little bit and came up with this.
love it. Yeah, these first few holes here, I really like what you've done here, especially this next one coming up, which was
Yeah, my favorite.
the quirky little short par four here.
Yes, yes. The good old short four here, especially with this wind, is scary. So yeah, pretty much where you had the green setup, I completely submerged in the ground
Hmm.
because I was trying to figure out what to do with this, and I
Hmm.
really liked it at first.
Yeah.
Um, and then just while I was looking through it, I noticed that little tier that I had, or the little ridge that I put the green on,
Yeah.
and I just thought that is an awesome spot for a drivable four.
Hmm.
And so I just tried to wrap it. I just tried to work around that.
I love it. Lots of
Didn't
strategy
really
here.
change too much. Yeah,
Yeah, this is a
really
tough
didn't want to
drive.
change it. Oh, geez. I just messed it up big time.
Oh, you went for it. Oh, I'm going right in
I
this little
tried.
bunker. No.
Literally every single time I play tested this, I was going for it.
Yeah, this is a fun hole. Love a good, interesting short four.
Oh yeah. I
Oh
always feel
boy.
like
Down I go
maybe
again.
like 300. Oh, oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
this.
always feel like 280 to 300 is a perfect drivable four.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, the routing has been, I believe, pretty darn similar too to from 3 years ago. This was, I remember, being one of my favorite holes that I built. Doesn't look like you did too much with this hole, did you?
No. No. So originally, you had these two bunkers here as like the centerline bunkers,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
and instead of having it a centerline bunker, because I feel like everybody would have wanted to go to the left side and just try to get it on in two,
Yeah.
I decided to move it to the side and just add more sloping, going from left to right. It's kind of a harsh left to right, but again, it is a par five.
Yep.
So I definitely wanted to have it be a little bit tricky of a drive. Um, Definitely not an easy drive, but still, you can still make it in
Oh,
two if you keep it on the fairway.
which I don't think I have. Off to the right here. Into the rocks. Uh-oh. Oh no, that's not too.
Well, also, I did add the beach there, so before it was just straight water.
Right. Yes, yes. I thought something looked a little bit different. I like that beach.
Yes, yes. I thought it suited the area pretty nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh, stay.
Lay up
Nope,
here.
going to the back.
This
But yeah,
is
most of the green contouring from most of the holes that you designed, I tried to keep the same.
right.
I didn't try to do too much to them.
Yeah. Oh no. We're
Oh,
going
yep,
going
yep,
opposite directions.
yep.
Wow.
This is probably one of the trickier pins for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, this is playing through it yesterday. I noticed. Can't remember if I used the same pin or not. There's a couple tricky ones.
Yep.
Long, but yeah, visually this is one of my favorite holes. I remember when I was building it. Oh, come on. All right, we're in. Okay, so I think at this point is where it starts to deviate a little bit. Like this hole is a completely. I only had I think 16 holes down, so I think this is one hole that I had no hand in. Is this one that you built
Yeah.
out, or did Q build this one?
So the terrain, yes, Q built.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of extended way past the trees, and it was the way that it was. What was it laid out was a par four, and it was a little
Oh,
bit
okay.
farther back. So where Q had the green site is actually where the tees are for hole six.
Ah,
So
okay.
yes. So and plus I also noticed in the front nine there was no par threes at all. So
Hmm.
I thought might as well add one here for the front nine just to kind of uh differentiate it from all the holes.
Yep. Yeah, I like what he did with the routing, or what you guys both did with the routing, I guess. But that was a
Definitely one of
terrible
the
shot.
tougher par threes too.
Yep. Let's hit an awful shot there. Get her up and down. Oh God.
Oh, I didn't make the cut.
No, stop. I think I mentioned the name of this, Old Bandit. If I didn't, I apologize. This is Old Bandit.
No, it's so good.
Yeah, I don't think I did come up with a name for this, but fits it nicely. Okay, 6. Now this was definitely a hole on the back nine. I can't remember what hole it was originally. Maybe like 12 or something, but what'd you
I
do
can't
here?
remember either.
Yeah.
So actually, this was slightly Saucy's, or I should say Jake.
Hmm.
This was all pretty much his kind of idea because I was live streaming this,
Yep.
and so at first it was the exact original, the way you had it, where you had the large bunkers on the left, and that little green that's kind of like where that it's to the left of what is now the green.
Yeah.
The green side was right there.
Yep.
And so, as I was streaming, Jake wanted to talk to me on Discord, and then we just kind of went through all of this. And yeah, this is kind of what he came up with, and I loved the idea, so I just kept going with it. And yeah, like his ideas were nothing short of amazing ideas,
Hmm.
because I was in a rut most of the time.
Yeah, it's hard to get out of. It's building, collaborating with people is something I definitely have to do more once I get back into design, but yeah, it's hard to get out of that rut sometimes, so
Yeah, but he definitely, you could basically say that this was a collab, but I just did all the work. He just told me what to do.
yeah. This is just it's such a cool project how it like started 3 years ago and then it passed through two different designers and it's just it's really neat. I was really taken aback when I heard that you had it and it was actually going to come out, which is I was like, "Oh, this is awesome."
Yeah, yeah. I was super excited. As soon as I got my hands on it, I was super very much excited about, enjoying the process. That was the word. I was
Mhm.
really much enjoying the process.
Yeah, and talking to some other designers, they're definitely enjoying like not the traditional full on start from scratch process. Like a lot of people are into remodels and
Yeah.
having plots built for them and all that stuff, which is great.
That's kind
Uh,
of how the dream team was as well,
right, yeah,
which is why I've been into it.
yeah. So this whole par five again, this was definitely one I built. I think it was a camera. I think this was on the front nine. I feel like this was like 6 maybe. Anyway, what do we do here?
Well, I recommend staying on the left side of this fairway.
Yeah.
Because you will be in big trouble for the second shot. You might as well just
Yes.
lay up.
Yeah.
I definitely did not hit it on the correct left side. I was actually on the left side, but in the woods. So
I
that was
love
nice.
I love this green side here and that bunker.
Yeah.
Guarding
So
the green's
this
great.
exactly. Yeah. This green site definitely had a few changes. So at first it was kind of straightforward. So it was kind of like front to back, not going left to right.
Hmm.
The sloping was still the same, but the green was front to back, and I felt like it was too kind of simple,
Yep.
I guess you could say,
Hmm.
and wanted it to be a much more trickier par five.
Yeah.
So this is the one that came to mind.
Love it. Yeah, big fan of this green side. I've just put myself way down the hill here, trying to pitch
Fun
back up.
stuff.
Oh yeah. Try this. Ooh.
Oh, I hope it stays. I can
No.
barely see it.
No, back down. But not too bad.
Again, didn't want it to be too penal.
Yeah. Well, I'm still making a mess of this, but I might be able to save par here. Yes. All right. Perfect. All right, we move to the 8th, which is, yeah, I think this was like the old 10th hole. So, how'd this one come about?
So this is probably well, not the least amount. I think 16, I barely changed anything. I didn't even touch it. So with
Hmm.
this one, kept pretty much like how the fairway was.
Yep.
It was a separate, like the green was separated from the fairway, so I tried to just go ahead and just connect the two.
Okay.
Kept your original bunkers that were here, fairway bunkers, and just added the green side bunker right there, and I thought it would make it a little bit more trickier. Um, but yeah, I mean there wasn't really a whole lot
Yeah, this one
to this
looks
one.
pretty similar.
Yeah, yeah. The sloping is still the same. That you put on the green. I just calmed it down a lot more,
Mm-hmm.
and I also wanted to be able to use the bunker, the green side bunker, so that's why I kind of expanded the green a little bit farther behind it.
Yep. No, this is a good solid 4 here.
Oh, keep going.
Get in. No, not quite.
Definitely a favorite pin though.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not easy pins here.
No, not at all. Not at all. But if you were just able to like land it right in front of the green, like
Mm-hmm.
just past that bunker, it would have been a perfect shot.
Yep. Okay, moving along here. The 9th. Yes, this probably I think was the old 11th.
Yes.
Uh,
So actually, this one, I just added a little bit more to the green side bunker that was on the left here.
mm-hmm.
Fairway kind of stayed the same, but I was kind of as soon as I saw this, I was thinking of one of B101's courses, Old Salem Creek. I forgot what hole it was. I forgot what number it was.
Yeah.
Um, but this was pretty much where I took my inspiration from one of the holes at Old Salem Creek,
Okay,
and it's
cool.
a super tough one.
Yeah, I love how everything just kind of slopes towards just pure death down here. It's
Pure
definitely
death.
forcing you to play up top, which I like. Then you can try to funnel it down. Oh no. Oh, might hang on.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Hopefully. Yeah, yeah.
Jeez.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely one of the tougher par fives.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like all the par fives are tough, but that's just me.
I like a good top 5. No guaranteed birdies.
There you go. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, on to 10. Oh, this pin's brutal. Um, correct me if I'm wrong here. Was this not way more of an elevated tee when I first had it, or maybe
No,
no?
actually,
Okay.
this all, yeah, all of this is pretty much the original. The only thing I
Okay.
changed was uh the green shaping
Okay.
and the way the slopes are kind of formed. Like this little ridge on the left side, I kind of added.
Yep.
Um, and then yeah, a lot of it stayed pretty much original. I just calmed everything down.
Love it.
Such a scary shot though, especially this pin.
Oh, I might be hitting this. Oh no. I think we're in the ocean.
Oh no,
That's terrible. Terrible. Re-tee this one.
definitely tough.
Pretend that didn't happen. I'm still hitting left. Whoa, gee.
The wind
Okay.
is brutal.
Yeah. I don't know if this is default. I can't remember if I set what I said or not, but oof.
Yeah, this I tried to make it as like natural as I could get it
Mm-hmm.
without being like too gimmicky, but I wanted it to be almost like a bowl shape for this pin. Thought it would have been fun.
Oh, this has kicked my butt here. That's a 7. Move on to what I think, and I think you agree, is probably the signature
Yes,
hole here.
absolutely.
Yeah, and this was the last
Ab-
hole that I worked on before I kind of got burnt out, and I absolutely love what you've done here. So walk us through it.
so yes. So what's funny enough is that when I originally had this, I almost laid it out the exact same way that you did.
Mm-hmm.
Funny enough.
Mm-hmm.
So and I was streaming this again. This was all thanks to Jake for helping me out with this one
Yeah.
because he had a clear vision on this hole, and I took every bit of advice that he had for
Mm-hmm.
this hole
Mm-hmm.
and created it the way it is now. So this was actually what inspired him for this hole was actually Cabot Cliffs.
Ah, okay. Definitely see that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is definitely a Cabot Cliffs inspired hole that he helped me out with, and I could see it clear as day because he actually drew it, sent it to me on Discord, and I kind of immediately knew what kind of inspiration he was going for here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It
A
is.
lot of land movement was done for this.
Yep. Yeah, I think I do remember with the original design. I think I kind of had this green jutting out a little bit, but I'll
Yes,
absolutely love what you guys did with this.
yes, it definitely came out better than I expected.
Yeah, that stunning hole. Someone on stream, we were playing this on stream yesterday, asked, "How would you describe this hole or this course?" And like, I don't know what kind of course this is. This is just like a fun, kind of toes the line between fantasy and it definitely has some Cabot Cliff vibes for sure.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. But you can't deny that there's some fantasy aspects to it, which
Oh
I don't
yeah.
mind at all. I like that.
Yeah. And this is a hole I didn't have a part in. This is a completely new one. Is this one that Q had built first, or is this yours?
This one's all me actually. So this one, Q had the what is it the hole placed,
Mm-hmm.
just no land movement or anything added into it.
Yep.
He just kind of had an idea and saw where the green site was and placed it there.
Oh,
And I just kind of thought through the strategy for this hole pretty
nice.
much.
Yeah. No, this is great. Little uphiller here, nasty bunker.
Oh yeah, it,
Definitely.
it had a couple of changes, but
Yeah. Yeah. Good strategy here. I mean, going to the left, I guess, gives you a bit better angle to the pin, but
blind tee shot if you go, or it's a blind second shot if you go to the left. You'll have a better view of the green if you go to the right.
mm-hmm.
However, you do have a longer shot in.
Yeah.
And actually, you have the best angle going left too.
Yeah. Definitely saw that. Boom. Love it. All right, we're making our way into the home stretch here. We hit 13, which is... Don't think I had anything to do with this hole either. But
No, this was Q.
this is a Q hole.
This,
Okay.
so, well, actually, not necessarily. So he, again, Q didn't really. So what he mainly did was do the routing change
Mm-hmm.
and did a lot of the land movement.
Yep.
And I just placed all the holes pretty much.
Nice.
He had a whole idea for like here,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know how he found it because this was all covered by trees.
Yeah, I
From when you
recall
planted,
this. Yeah, there was nothing here.
yeah, literally nothing. So when I removed all the trees, I saw like how the land was moving there, and I'm like, I don't know how he found it, but this is a perfect spot for a par three.
Yeah,
So definitely just stuck with that.
I love it. Little short Short par 3 here. Ooh, nice chip
Yeah.
in.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely needed to add because I felt like there was going to be a little bit too many long par threes, and I kind of wanted to diversify that.
Yep. All right. Okay. Now we make our way to 14. Yes, this was a hole I had on my front 9, I think, originally. This was definitely a favorite of
Yes.
mine. What did we tweak here?
So this one, so where that center line bunker was,
Mm-hmm.
if you kind of do like a little bow going to the left side, that's where you had all your bunkers.
Right.
You
Yep.
had 3 bunkers, I think,
Yep.
and I think just from the way the green was kind of sloping
Mm-hmm.
and all that, I knew you were trying to get people to go to the left side.
Yep.
I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be
That
correct?
sounds
Okay.
about right. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
trying to go to the left side to get a shorter shot in,
Uh-huh.
but I decided to kind of switch that up and have people wanting to go to the right side due to the sloping of the green because you get a little bit more helpful slope. But
Yep.
um, yeah, this centerline bunker pretty much has the most impact on this hole
It
and the camber that's on the right side too.
yes. Not so much today with the massive tailwind, but
A
that
little brutal.
that's the one thing that I think I struggle with most as a designer is finding an interesting tee shot, and I think your use of centerline bunkers and camber and stuff like that, it gives you're definitely not locking people into one choice, which sometimes I
Yeah,
find
definitely
people
don't
do.
wanna.
Yeah,
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, not as fun.
no, that's definitely one of the higher points of the course. Some nice views here. I am just terrible considering how I played on TGC tours yesterday. This is like awful. Oh well.
Well, at least you got the last 2 rounds out of the way.
I know, right? Would have been even worse. Yeah. All right, on to 15, and this is one I don't remember.
Yeah, this was another Q1.
Yeah.
He placed down a hole here and definitely could see it as a drivable four.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also was kind of I didn't really see a whole lot of maybe like danger to the left side. So I
Yeah.
definitely wanted to implement that here.
Yep.
So this was the main reason why I created the hole the way it is.
Now that I kind
I
of
mean, it's danger on both sides, but
I do kind of remember building a hole where I had a fairway here and it kind of doglegged sharply around to the left, and that fifth green I think was almost this hole's green. I think. I can't. I'm trying to remember from
yes,
3 years
you
ago,
know
but
what? I do remember that. I do
yeah,
remember that. Yes.
it was not a good hole, but yeah, this was obviously much better.
I don't remember how it turned out, but I do remember you having that. Yes, as soon
Mm-hmm.
as you said that.
Mm-hmm.
So Q definitely did a
Get
good
up
job
there.
with the routing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love the routing here. Come on, get up there. Just shows that designers don't know how to play this game. Just design. I mean, I don't do either anymore, but... Oh my god, come on. There we go.
Stay, stay.
Finally. Okay, 3 left. And I think we're coming up to my favorite par 3 that I built. Yes.
Yes, this
Yeah.
one I did not change a thing about. The
Love
only
it.
thing I will say, the only thing I added was this little bunker to the front left side.
Yep.
Everything else has stayed the same.
Awesome. Yeah, no, this was
So you did an awesome job with this one, and the green was perfect. Didn't really need to be changed that much.
good to hear. Awesome. Yeah, I love everything you guys have done with this course. It's nice to see this project finally done after 3 years.
I was always wondering what was going on.
Yeah. There we go. And I made birdie. Beautiful.
Both had an amazing shot off that tee.
Yeah, we did.
Or off the tee.
Okay, 17. Yes. This was like, I think, the old 6th or 7th hole here. What'd you do here?
Yeah, I really liked what you were able to do with how much room you had, which
Mm-hmm.
was
Not much.
basically none.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I kept all the bunkering that you had here on this right side of the fairway, but just kind of changed the way the fairway was working. Wanted to make it a little bit more penal if you tried to flirt with the bunkers on the right.
Mm-hmm.
But the farther right you went, the better of an angle you had to the green. So,
Yep.
um, yeah, it was pretty much like a last minute thing. Was really struggling trying to figure out how to make this hole even better than it was before,
Mm,
and I just so happened to find this little area for the green to be placed in, and I thought it was
I
perfect.
love it. Yeah, it's like a little pocket here. Perfect spot for it. All right. On down.
Yeah, definitely took me a couple days to be able to figure this one out too.
Yeah. Boom. All right. Off to 18, which I think was my old 9th hole. Yes. Oh, you've
So
changed
this
this, haven't
one,
you?
oh yeah. So
Mm.
actually, what's funny enough, as I published it today, it was actually today that I changed all this. So
Wow.
uh, Jake and I were on Discord because he kind of had an idea,
Yeah.
and it was pretty much just to add a little bit more shrubbery and bushes, kind of covering the original bunkers that I had on the right side,
Yeah.
and then add more shrubbery right in front of the green, which I thought was a nice added touch to it.
Mm-hmm.
But the
This is
rest of it kind
so
of
much
made
better.
me, yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely liked the way it came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, sharp right to left. If you hit it to the middle of the fairway,
Yeah.
and it's more flat on the right side. But since the green is on the left side, you may want to try and go to that left side.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be it's a lot trickier of a shot.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mentioned this on stream that I kind of felt this was always a weak hole when I originally built it 3 years ago, and it was still like when I played it yesterday. I'm like, I think yeah, I kind of thought this one maybe could have used some work, and you yeah, this is awesome. This is a really good finisher.
Yeah, as soon as we were on that Discord call, basically it was just the shrubbery stuff, and then I started working on it, and then kind of hit me as to how I wanted to make the hole, and I thought it was 10 times better,
Yep,
and I was super happy with it.
yep,
Super happy with it.
love it.
Oh no, I'm going to the left. Oh, nope.
Ooh, get in there.
Didn't make it.
Oh no, are you off to the left there in
Nice
the
little chip in.
crap?
Just a little bit. Yeah,
Okay, okay,
I can chip it in. Maybe. No. Nice putt.
awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today and giving us some insight on this remodel. And big thank you to you and Jake and Q for finally bringing this course over the line. So that's this
Yeah,
is
no
awesome.
problem.
Yeah. So this is called Old Bandit. Go give it a play. Plug some other courses that you got as well there, Javi. What else? What else you make?
Uh, So I guess the last one I made, it was a lidar, but I think before that one was actually called Bellinger Heights.
Okay.
Bellinger, like Cody Bellinger, but then
Nice.
Heights.
Love it.
Yeah. So
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for joining me. It was great to talk to a designer and get back into this and make another video for you guys. So thanks so much for
yeah,
watching,
definitely enjoyed.
and we appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.